Hello, good evening, everybody. Hope you're all doing well today. Day three.
It's in the books.
Day three is in the books. It's been a fun day, a different day, because this was our C day today. So we got up, and breakfast was different too, right? Different location. We had our breakfast in the main dining hall today, right?
In the main dining room, yep.
Um, but I shouldn't call it breakfast because it was really brunch.
Brunch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which I gotta be honest with you, I think it worked out super well.
I do too.
Um, Mid morning brunch, obviously. I think that kind of, we were hungry by the time we got to dinner, but I think I think overall it just worked with our schedule better. I felt like I was just better handling things. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, I think the difference is the other days we were doing like breakfast, a lunch, a dinner, a snack, you
Yeah.
know. And today we went to breakfast a little bit later,
Yeah.
well, brunch a little bit later than what we have been. We got down there about 9:15,
Yeah.
I think. They were serving like a variety of breakfast items and lunch items, and you could pick whatever you wanted. And we made the most of that meal, and then we didn't eat again until dinner.
Yeah.
So I think overall it worked because we had a busy day.
Yeah.
It was a C day, but it was a busy day, and then um, yeah, we didn't need to eat in between.
It worked
Yeah.
out really well. So breakfast was what did I have for breakfast? I know well, they had an assortment of like muffins and
Pastries.
and whatnot. Those were good. Again, I know you got all the video, and we'll have a separate vlog. I had an omelet as my entree, and I had a lettuce wedge, which sounds very strange to have for breakfast. But again, it wasn't breakfast; it was brunch.
And your granola parfait.
And granola parfait, strawberry
Yeah.
parfait with granola. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah. And I
Um,
just went like total brunch items. Like I went more lunch than breakfast.
Yeah.
At 9:15 in the morning, I was having loaded baked potato soup
Yeah,
and also chicken and waffles.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
So
good.
it was really good.
And you, not to spoil it, but you had some honey Tabasco,
I did.
which
It was hot. I didn't really like it very much. Just saying.
looked good.
Not that there was anything
Yeah.
wrong with it. Just
Yeah.
too hot for me.
So we had brunch in the main dining room, first floor. We finished off there, and then because today was our C day, because we had, we could be on the ship all day. We actually went ahead and we took care of our full ship tour,
We did.
and man, I am so excited to get that put together. Once we get back to land and we get some free time to put that together. Got some really cool things to show you in and around this ship. Things that I certainly had not seen in the first couple days that we had been here. So stay tuned for that. Obviously, make sure if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can get that notification. Really, really cool stuff. And anxious to get that out the door. But, yeah.
So we spent a good part of the morning doing that, and then it was a day at sea, so it was
Yeah.
all pool day for us.
It was.
So we enjoyed pools,
Yeah.
we enjoyed water slides,
Yeah.
and we enjoyed the infinity hot tub.
Indeed.
Yeah.
The slide. I gotta admit, the slide was really interesting because it. Okay, first off, I guess these kind of go hand in hand. You're riding in it longer than I thought you would,
Me too.
but I think it's also because the curves. You're going slower because, or maybe it's just that the curves are not as sharp. A lot of the water slides that you go down, you are sliding up the walls as you go down, and you're speeding along, and it was. I mean, it wasn't super slow, but it just felt like a little bit more slower paced water slide. But it was fun. It was good.
Yeah, I agree.
They're basically there are 3 slides. We did 2 of the 3. Your slide started off. It had some kind of glass open panels at the very beginning.
Just at the very beginning, and then the
Otherwise,
rest
it
of
was
it was
dark.
the rest of it was in the dark.
And yours was the yellow slide.
Blue.
A blue slide, excuse me. That's right. Yours was a blue. And then they've got names like Typhoon versus something. You were in the blue slide.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. You were in the blue slide. I was in the yellow slide. My slide from the get-go was completely pitch black. So, and I guess that goes for both the slides. If you have a problem with a completely pitch black water slide, which is not uncommon, to be honest with you, you might have a challenge. But otherwise, it was good. It lasted longer than I expected it to, and it was a lot of fun. So, we did the water slides, and then we made our way over to reverse order. I goofed that up. We did the pool first, actually. It's a sea day, so everybody's on the boat. So you're going to have quite a bit of people who are also wanting to be in the pool.
Yep.
It was a cloudy day today. It wasn't super hot, super sunny, anything like that. But it felt good to get in the water. We went between a couple of pools, some of which because some were less busy than others. They actually had an activity going on coming up in the activity. The pool that we first started in, we kind of left so we wouldn't get in the way of that. But we spent the rest of our time in the pool and one of the other. Again, there's 3 main pools that adults can go enjoy on deck 15. The 4th pool, if you will, is it's really the splash area for kids.
Yeah.
Right. And so we did that. We enjoyed the pool. Water temperature was good. And it was just great to be in the water with you, babe.
Yeah, for sure.
Really, always is. After we finished up the pool, we went across the way and we did the infinity pool, which I gotta tell you what is different but better than the infinity pool on Allure, if you ask me, because Anna, you've done a great job pointing this out. We know when we did the infinity pool at Allure, there's a bit of a gap between the edge of the water and the window that then kind of looks out to the ocean or port or wherever. Here, no, that water is going straight up to the window, an angled window that you can then look down and you're looking straight at you're looking straight down at the ocean at that point.
I would say Wonder of the Seas has like the truest infinity hot tub that we've been in yet.
Yeah.
Because the other ones, yes, it overhangs the side of the ship a little bit, but because of that gap, you never really get that infinity feeling. Like it's just the wall there.
A bit of a trade-off, though, I think we realize, which is because you're not along a wall where it might typically have a seat, for example, or you might be hanging out, you're up against the glass. When you're over there, you're a little bit more removed from like the jets.
You're removed from the jets, but there's plenty of jets there if you want. I mean, you pick your place, people.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Plenty of seating. There were some other seating areas in there.
Sure.
It was busy. It was full. Again, sea day, it's kind of what you expect, right? Everybody's vying for a spot in a pool, infinity pool, regular pool, you name it. So we did that. It was fun. And then we
had to get ready for dinner, and they had a royal birthday bash in the Royal Promenade. And I took vlog footage for that, for sure.
Yeah.
They're doing these special birthday bash cruises all of September and October, and because they just started September 1st, we're the first sailing on Wonder of the Seas that got to experience some of like the birthday stuff. So that'll be in our day 3 vlog.
I won't spoil all of it because you've also got some great video.
It's fun to watch. I don't want to tell them too much.
I'll just say that they've incorporated the birthday bash theme or elements into a lot of things in and around the ship.
Sure.
That was super. That is super cool.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. Make sure you watch the recap once we get it posted.
Dinner.
So we had dinner. Dinner was so amazing. Again, I'm not going to ruin your vlog at all. What I will say is our waiter did something so special today that it I know I say it. Look, I know I say amazing a lot in this video and other videos, but he did something so amazing and touching that it really blew my mind, and it really made me like I just was in awe. And it's gonna seem like something small, but once you kind of see, hear what he did, something he didn't have to do at all. It really, if I can be honest about it, I think it was, in many respects, it was outside of just being with you. That was probably, the highlight of my day.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
we have like phenomenal wait staff on
Yeah.
this cruise. Like the assistant waitress Rita is really, really just attentive,
Yeah.
and she doesn't miss a beat. She's there for any refills and requests that you have, and
Yeah.
she's just really great that way. And then our waiter Albert, he's just been awesome.
Yeah.
He's been awesome. We've laughed a lot with him. We've talked a lot with him. And ultimately, like, he is absolutely out to just please you, make you happy. He wants nothing more than for you to just sit
Yeah.
back, relax, and enjoy your cruise and enjoy your food. And honestly, like, he 100% delivers on this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Let's talk about the food itself.
Food.
Tonight what was the theme of tonight?
It was like they had a special menu that said like the Royal Birthday
Yeah.
Bash menu, but it was like French inspired.
Exactly. So,
You go first.
people are gonna laugh because for the second time today, I had a lettuce wedge. I think I may have said earlier, in our food blog, or when you see the day one recap, I think I said there's never a bad time to have a lettuce wedge with blue cheese, something to that effect. And so there we go. So my appetizer, my starter tonight was a lettuce wedge with blue cheese and bacon. No tomato. That's the only modifier that I had.
Excuse me.
My entree tonight was the beef tenderloin. Wow. Well done, by the way. Not just that it was good, but it was actually cooked well done. It was great. And then for dessert, I broke tradition this week, if you will, in that I had two desserts. I had to have both the apple cobbler and the creme brulee. So good.
Yeah. I was waiting for my appetizer to show up at some point during this trip because I knew it was going to. Because it's the one thing like Royal does so amazingly, and it was the French onion soup. So I was all in my glory for my appetizer round.
The sky opened, the sun appeared.
It did. Everything was right again. It was day 3, and I was like, where the heck is the French onion soup, man? But it was there tonight, and it didn't disappoint whatsoever. It was just as good as always. My main, I had beef bourguignon, and that was amazingly delicious. It was served on like a bed of jasmine rice, and it was just so, like, the flavors were spot on and rich and just very flavorful. And then I had the warm apple cobbler as well. And I love that dessert. The last trip we were on, we had it, and it was amazing. And this time around as well. People are having fun beside us.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 1:30 in the morning, and people are just having a blast right now. So
you know,
So that
it's
was dinner.
the ship doesn't sleep much.
No.
I'll say it like that.
Not
That's
tonight,
okay.
anyway.
That's okay though.
Yep.
That was dinner.
That was dinner.
It was good. If people
Yep.
want some comedy, they'll ask me how to say your entree.
No,
We
don't
won't-
bother.
We won't do that.
Yep.
Not on this video.
Nope.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so we finished dinner.
We had some time between dinner and our show,
Yeah.
and we decided to hide the remainder of our ducks and frogs early
Yeah.
in the hopes that people would find them tonight. I've been looking around in the little hiding spots that we hid some of them, and they appear to all be gone. So, you know, that's always success. And then we had our show. We had our show tonight, which was a show called Voices.
I didn't know what it was, but I thought your advertisement to me was
I think it's like
Like-
pentatonics.
like-
That's
it-
what I said.
you did, but at the same time, it was like pentatonics on like steroids. Like, not that I've ever been to a pentatonic show,
No,
but there were a lot
know.
more. Like pentatonics is by definition it's 5 people.
Yeah,
Whereas here
it was a lot of people.
they had, I think they said 13, 14 people involved. They had, I think I have that right.
It was like 5 or 6 main singers on the stage, and then the majority of the rest were like what makes up the band.
Yeah.
Because every sound, every percussion, every
Yeah.
bass, everything that you hear
Exactly.
is voice driven.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it was just really great.
Wow.
I really thoroughly enjoyed that show from start to finish.
Seriously.
And the whole audience did too. You
Oh,
could
and-
tell like just the way people were applauding. They got a standing ovation at the end.
It's a full production. It's dancing.
really
it's
good.
lights. It's props. It's wild in a good way. And just say while we're sitting there, and they kind of run the bios on some of the side screens of the people who are the performers, and you see most of the performers were in like the show from Monday Night The Effectors
Yeah.
to
yeah.
really kind of cool to see their backgrounds. Tonight's show was, and that was that in the Royal Theater,
It was.
right? So
Yep.
that was fantastic. And then after that, we had, let's see here, we caught,
We came in probably like halfway through a game show called Battle of the Sexes,
no,
because by the time Voices was done, we kind of had to walk over to Studio B. It was already started, but we caught a good 15 minutes of it, I think. Hilarious.
yeah,
Absolutely hilarious. If you have the chance to go to Battle of the Sexes, do it, because it's just a blast.
yeah,
And then right from Battle of the Sexes, we hung out in Studio B.
yeah.
We didn't bother like getting up or going anywhere, because just shortly after that, it was the Crazy Quest time.
Crazy Quest time.
And this only happens once a cruise. Can't tell you much about it because it is something you absolutely need to experience,
Yeah.
but we'll call it an adult scavenger hunt of sorts.
It is.
Um,
It is.
And it's a blast. And you have the youngest of people there. It is an 18 and older
Yeah.
show, but you have people that are 18. And then, I mean, I've been in, audiences that have, 80, 90-year-olds in
Yeah.
it. Like, people go to this.
Yeah.
I'd say you can't be tame. You can't be surprised by anything. You
Don't
just
be.
got to have a really great sense of humor and go with anything that you're
Good
seeing
sense
happen
of
in the show.
humor, light fun music. And I'll just very quickly say, I thought it was another, great side of our cruise director that we got to see.
Yes.
Like, she's fantastic. I mean, she's so energetic. She's so engaging. Like, she's one of those people that you see her in the role, and you're like, yeah, you were easily made for
Oh, for
doing
sure.
this.
She's just so outgoing
Really
and so fun.
awesome.
Just a blast.
really awesome. So,
So 2 disclaimers I would say for our Crazy Quest tonight. Our group 1.
that's right. How did I forget that?
Big
Yes.
up to group 5.
Big group 5. Great job, guys.
And I would say that out of all the Crazy Quest shows I've ever seen, I think that this one was the wildest. And I won't say the reasons why, but trust us when we say
When we
this one was wild.
we'll tell you about it when we start the members only channel. On the
We
side
can't
of
go into
this.
details of the things we saw happen tonight.
Yeah.
It was crazy, and there was a reason why it's 18 or
Yeah,
older.
that was yeah,
But
that was
yeah,
funny.
this one took the cake for me so far. Like,
Indeed.
I've been in some crazy quests, but this one
Yeah.
was, it was off the charts
Yeah.
tonight. But in the best of ways, like, it was hilarious.
Yep.
But a few times, like, things were happening so fast, you were like, oh my God, what just happened?
Yeah.
But a blast.
We just to be clear, we behaved. I don't want that to come across wrong.
No, I mean, it wasn't, like I said, it was the things we saw, people.
Yes, exactly.
We saw
Yep.
the stuff happening.
Yes. Yes. So
Yep.
that was a ton of fun. They're always a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Really.
That was
And
it.
it's- yeah,
That was
it's
the end
been,
of that was the end of day 3.
busy, but kind of a focus on a few different things today.
Yep.
Tomorrow we wake up in the morning having arrived again at Nassau.
Yes.
So we're gonna spend some time in Nassau, our last day, last full day
Yep.
on the ship, and sad to see it coming to a close. But we got a full day tomorrow, and we'll be back here somewhere on the ship tomorrow to tell you
Give the
all
last
about it.
recap.
Yes, indeed,
Yep. Day 4.
amazing.
Day 4 is actually already here because it's almost 2 a.m.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Awesome. Well, I think that's it.
That's it.
I think we're
That's
done
it,
with day
guys.
3. So
Yep.
thanks so much as always. Thanks for joining with us. Have a great rest of your day. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And as we always say,
Walk with you later.
walk with you later.
Bye.
bye guys.